It's training camp season. Today we're looking at the Chicago Bears, getting a good look at Caleb Williams. We're going to watch him throw the ball around, work through some drills and everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at your players every day. We're looking at your favorite teams, those rookies, guys climbing the depth chart, position battles, and those guys you're drafting in fantasy football here soon, and it's going to come at you fast. Click that button. Be on the know of what your players are doing behind the scenes. Today we're looking at Caleb Williams. We're going to talk some ball. We're going to watch the clips. We'll loop this if we have to. But here we go. There he is. And this is a cinematic clip. Bears Fest. Every team's got their fest from training camp. Pretty much simulated scrimmage type deal. You're going to see some interesting clips too from this and recently. But he made some plays. There's Colston Loveland. And Colston Loveland has been hot this training camp. There he is again, different angle. You'll catch this one from multiple different angles. Loveland's going to develop pretty nice. There's one of the funny clips. The ball getting out there. Here's another one right there. Pick, almost pick. Just fluttering it out there. Here's another one. This one was requested in the comment section of a Panthers video. And there's him storming off, missing. So this is a quarterback prospect where you have to go back to the scouting report. You have to go back to the scouting report. Go back to what you saw at USC. You're going to see this part of the scouting report where if somebody was objective, they will have this noted is there's times he forgoes that first read. He pushes it downfield. He's very aggressive with the football. And when he's aggressive with the football and trying to make something out of nothing, trying to play off scripts, that plays like that's going to happen. I'm talking about that one where it was almost a pick, and you'll see that happen throughout his career. Throughout his career. You just got to hope he develops to the NFL game, shows that prominent upside that he has shown throughout the years, and can really get more consistent with it. Also, can he gel with Ben Johnson's system? Can he gel with him? Is this the quarterback for him? Is this it? That's another question you're going to have. He can make the throws. He can make everything look pretty. The upside's there. But the consistent upside, the consistent play-to-play ability, is what you're going to have to look at with him. The ability to not go too far off script too consistently is what you're looking at here with a Caleb Williams. But he's a gunslinger. He'll make those plays. He'll make those sexy throws. And he can make those reads, and he'll go for runs where he's solid. He's also young right now, developing. He is developing. He has the potential to be elite. He has the potential to just compete. And he has the potential to make you want to hit just elite. I made that up right then and there. But you get what I'm saying. He's got a little Brett Favre in him. A little Brett Favre in him. Maybe no Wranglers. He wears man-prees at practice sometimes. But being able to step up, make plays like that. That is what you're seeing. That's what you're getting out of him. You just got to harness him. Can you harness him? There was a run of practices earlier this training camp where it wasn't looking so good. It was noted by the clips, beat writers. He had a few picks. They were ugly ones. He's had a few throws recently, but he's also made some plays. That's the thing about Caleb Williams. He's also made some plays. He made some plays during his rookie season. They've upgraded the offensive line. I'll say that. They upgraded. They made some changes. Look at that spin out. He's good at that. His mobility is underrated. Go back to the tape from Oklahoma, especially there because he was taking off a lot there. You'll see that. His ability to eat up chunks of yards if there's space in front of him. That is very decorated with this prospect. DeAndre Swift. Getting it to him in the passing game might have to be more prevalent with how they're calling things out and mention to him a lot. Honestly. Because you go back to USC, he has what we saw on tape. The want to push it downfield. And we saw it last year, but I think it's something that may have to be like instilled into him. Like, hey, you got a pass catching running back over here. He's got some space. Just dump it off. Live to play another round, another down. Put a little Bo Nix in you. Just a little bit, not a lot. But also, you don't want to take the nuts off the dog. You take the nuts off the dog, then you're not going to have Caleb Williams. But those deep balls downfield, he'll target it downfield. And Rome Odunze could be nasty with that, but you're looking at Luther Burden. Luther Burden could come on strong this year. And if Luther Burden does play to how he's been playing the last week or so in camp, and that comes onto the NFL field in live games, Caleb Williams could be a monster. He could be a monster. That's the thing about that, because you got DJ Moore, you got Rome Odunze on the outside. Odunze was pushing a 20% target share last year. Double-digit average depth of target. Good around the boundary, a good talent. But if Luther Burden steps up and just hits that upside, that potential upside of that 5-star prospect that everybody was looking at as a top 10 pick of the draft that fell to the second round, if he does that, if he materializes what he's been doing on the field in practice these last few days, this last week or so, and he was been out since May 20th before coming back, and just coming back from the injury and just ripping it on the field like it doesn't matter, like doesn't need to acclimate. I'm just here and I'm just going to ball out and I'm going to do what I want. I don't care if you guys are NFL veterans. If that is something that transpires, like Luther Burden could be a top wide receiver in the league. He could be a role player. He could be a top wide receiver in the league. He is a mystery box. But if you open that package up and you're getting that upside of a top wide receiver in the league with what you already got, there's no excuse for Caleb Williams. Like Luther Burden's been killing it. Colston Loveland, I want to give some grace since he's a tight end, but if he starts tapping into that upside early in his career, because he's good downfield, he's got sticky hands, he's been making plays in camp. The fact that these wide receivers have been making plays in camp is also a testament to Caleb Williams, because who's getting them the ball, really? There's Badgett, but who's getting them the ball? Who's getting them the ball? He'll have his down moments, but that's baked into his profile. That's baked into the asset here. He's a gunslinger quarterback. Like, I expect him to have bad runs. But the question is can he develop into the NFL game and be consistent and harness that? That is the question. You're not going to get that in training camp clips. You are going to get the notion and reminded of that scouting reports, and you're going to get an idea from what the coaches are saying, and you're going to see it more in live games, but you will get it here soon in the joint practices. If we're excelling in the joint practices, that means we're putting it together where the rubber meets the road more than likely. It's the driver's test for in-season play, and it's more than preseason. There's more looks. It's down after down. Things are more rapid fire against live competition from another team. If that's coming together in the joint practices that are coming up, then you should feel good. I will definitely say this. And it doesn't matter if it's a winning record or losing record. If you're around Thanksgiving time and you're feeling like he's a lost cause, then your feelings are probably going to be true. There's too much around him. They're doing so many upgrades. But it doesn't matter if it's a losing record, and meaning that, hey, like, he could still be flashing good quarterback play, developing, showing some steps forward throughout the season. If you're getting that, then there's potential that you can develop the next year to year after. But as a fan, if you're watching this and you have it in your gut that it's only degressing, not progressing, but getting worse, that is an issue, considering they're building talent around them. They're upgrading the offensive line. Everybody's in on Ben Johnson. They got more talent at tight end. Wide receiver feels like it's getting very explosive here with this team. He's in year 2. Rome Odunze's in year 2. Considering all that, And as long as there's not mass injuries, and even if it is, you'll still get that feel. It's more about that feel. But you'll get to feel whether or not he's going to be your guy. You're going to give him some years. Hopefully he develops. But you'll know. You'll know. Good or bad with the win-loss column. You'll know. But this is a quarterback that has immense upside. But can you harness it and tap into it? That's the thing about this. I think he's got good potential to do it. He definitely does. And he's got the players around him to be able to do that. They've been stacking talent around him. He does throw picks. He does do that. He does push it downfield. He does have a tendency to go against that first read and push it downfield. He does have that in his game, but he also has it in his game to stick it in the pocket, roll out, step up, go through his reads, go through his progressions, playoff scripts, sling it downfield, and make those beautiful plays. You got the good and the bad with this quarterback, and you're probably going to have that throughout his career. Maybe in the big moments, but the big plays are going to get you to those big moments too. Like it's the good and the bad, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You just got to hope he harnesses it. You just got to hope, like you see that there. You just got to hope he harnesses it and just maintain being consistent. Live to play another down and know when to do it and know when to not do it. Like you're going to go on bad runs. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But that's the question with him. Can he harness it? Because the talent's there. It's always been there. We've always seen it. That's why he's drafted so high. That's why everybody talks so highly about him as a prospect. But also, can you harness yourself in because you got that gunslinger in you? That's the thing about that. Not all quarterbacks can do it. Patrick Mahomes was a gunslinger from Texas Tech. That was the knock on him. People were really worried about that. But he harnessed it. But he didn't lose it. So that ability to play off scripts, play from different arm angles and everything else. Can he harness that? That's up to him. That's up to the speed of the game and everything else and how he develops. But you are seeing those glimpses of greatness and the glimpses of not so good. But let me know what you think in the comments below and hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.